What's up, guys? We're back again, and we're going to be doing another review on something that again, I thought I did a review on, but it just, I have so many shows of fond memories that I remember watching, and I figure I'd go ahead and give you guys another video or show that not only means a lot to me, but means a lot to, I would say, the fandom, which again is Boy Meets World. If you guys never watched Boy Meets World, wow, I don't know where you were during the 90s, man. I mean, you can watch this on Disney right now. You can relive your childhood. Great show. 7 seasons. Came out in 93. And I remember watching this religiously. I mean, I remember watching this religiously. I love the show so much where it not only helped me, I would say, with different, things going on in my life, because it really touched upon a lot of things, in the world. I mean, again, Boy Meets World, from not knowing what you want to do with your life to your family to friends to just different things. Again, a lot of shows do touch upon, but at the same time, they honestly, I felt like Boy Meets World was one of the shows where they really went into a lot of aspects that I think other shows either try to do, but at the same time they didn't do it correctly, or they just did not want to do it correctly. And what I mean by that is you had a lot of, obviously, Sean was one of my favorite characters, obviously, and Eric was a great character. Corey was a great character. Topanga was a great character. Again, I think I can speak for everybody that Topanga was one of my crushes growing up. Obviously, Danielle Fisher, gorgeous, very talented. Still have a crush on her to this day. She was a 90s sweetheart, and again, watching this show really helped a lot during certain situations. How to act during school, how to, how do you approach a girl that you like, or a friend of yours that you may like, or, how do you deal with an issue with your best friend, or an issue with a friend, or a situation with your family, or trying to help a friend. There's a lot of different things in this show they touched upon. Same thing with, dealing with a broken heart. Corey and Sean got drunk. Or Sean and Corey trying to protect a girl that was getting beaten by her father, or Sean running away from the cops, or his father dying, or Corey and Sean at one point being very tempted for sex, or for any kind of drugs, or bullying, or having a good role model in your life, whether it be male or female. How Mr. Feeney was the father to all these kids, growing up, and kind of like a father in a lot of fans' eyes. He was a good role model for people, not only as a teacher, but as a friend and as a mentor and as a father figure to a lot of people. And Corey, you went through this journey with Corey to learn about his life, and how to deal with a brother, how to deal with a sister, how to deal with your best friend, how to deal with your crush, how to deal with your parents, how to deal with all these daily life routines, how to deal with the anger, the hurt, the sadness, the betrayal, the craziness of trying to get a good grade, all these things that went into the daily life of being in the world when you're younger and you're trying to figure out what to do. Do you can still keep going, or do you just give up? And that's pretty much, they didn't do that. They didn't give up on anything. And again, there was a lot of comedy in this show. There was a lot of, I would say, hints towards, like, ha, 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 that type of deal. But overall, the show to me will always be one of my favorite shows. It will always be one of them shows that I can just sit back and laugh on, especially with, Eric doing the Feeney call so much, or, some of the funny things that Sean did or said, or same thing with Corey or Topanga, or, even with all the like the last moments in Boy Meets World where Feeney says class dismissed. That was a very touching moment for me as well, seeing how they grew up from being like 7-8 years old, and then they're in their early 20s and they're about ready to do all these things in the world. And now it's like, hey, we're grown-ups now, we're no longer little kids. And that pretty much, it does hit you, man. I mean, because I'm looking at this now. I remember this came out a year after I was born, and I'm gonna be 30 this year. And that's a lot for me to say, because I remember watching this show and other shows and being so young, going, wow, I wonder if my life's going to be like that, or I'm going to have this kind of thing going on, or I'm going to have this issue. And again, it did or it didn't. Everybody has their own experiences. And I think Boy Meets World is a great, experience to show of what can possibly happen in your life. You're going to have great friends along the way. You're going to lose some friends along the way. You're going to lose, whether it would be a death, or their path may not be on the path you're on at that moment in time, or they were in your life for a certain amount of time and they left you, or you left them because you just felt like that you couldn't do the same thing anymore. And then they had Girl Meets World, and again, I have my own thoughts on Girl Meets World. I'm not a fan of it. I'm always going to prefer Boy Meets World every single time over Girl Meets World, no matter what. But everyone has what they like and dislike about these shows. But overall, guys, what do you think about Boy Meets World? I know I love this show. What do you guys like? Do you guys love it? Is it okay? Do you hate it? Either way, let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments. Hope you're enjoying your day, and I'll see you on the next one.